now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Newton to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Using the ball out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. McCaffrey shrugs him off. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We saw it at Stanford. It does not surprise me to see it here in the NFL as well. This is one elusive young man.
He set the NCAA record in 2015 at 3,864 all-purpose yards.
Listen, after watching that move, I just called for the trainer. I think I pulled a hammy just watching it.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's a 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. And let's get that ball.
To throw is Newton. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the red zone now, Newton. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked off.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Now it's Crowder. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Jones throw complete there to Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. Airing one out for Crowder. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie J.C. Horn. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Newton now to throw. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready, too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Jones. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. For Mac Jones, accuracy was more his calling card when folks were taking stock of the 2021 draft. But he's got a big arm as well, and he shows it off there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. At their own 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is and I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them a possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I play?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Off play action, Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop.
Touchdown! He's got it at the 2. Ian Thomas with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Now it's Crowder. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Now it's Crowder. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jones throwing after the interception. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. Jones airing one out for Crowder. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They fake the give. Newton. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. It's Newton. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And they'll get this down to the 10.
And normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter. But the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
2nd down and goal. Newton. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers sure look like they're going to be moving to 8-1 as they add on to their lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it. Now it's Crowder. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he will have a Patriots 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. It's caught. This is White. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
His 6th rushing touchdown on the year, number 8 overall. And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Now Folk for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. Nice little juke. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 70 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. On the ground, McCaffrey. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 44. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Pats at the line ready to go.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this.
And now here's another interception.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing here, Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys,